chapter is in ruins. The sector is at war. Its worlds under siege. Chaos spreads, consumes us all. Here, we will make our final stand. Here, there will be retribution.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Tyranids Gaming here with another gaming video. This time, I'm gonna play Dawn of War 2 Retribution. I really enjoy the Warhammer 40k lore and the history and everything. I I listen to audiobooks. I listen to reviewers as much as I can, and I really enjoy the games. But mostly, I do enjoy Dawn of War 2, just because even if it's an older game, the graphic still stands. For some reason, it still looks good. The motion and the units is so well done that it it's still a great experience even now. And I really wish the developers would come up with updates with new factions and so on. What we are going to do today is start a new campaign. We will not be playing the prologue mission, just because we know how to play the game. Right now, we have available the following factions. We have Chaos, Tyranids, Eldar, the Orcs, Space Marine, and Imperial Guard. Even if we're gonna play it on hardest difficulty, each, from my point of view, each faction has a different gameplay, and some of the missions are easier, some are harder. That being said, as we are playing on the highest difficulty, we'll be starting with the easiest faction, and that is the Tyranids. Let's go.
10 years ago, we Blood Ravens destroyed the demon Alcair, ending his schemes to rot Subsector Aurelia into a festering hellscape. We thought our victory would mark the end of the war for the sector. We were wrong. New demonic incursions relentlessly plagued her planets, Aurelia, Typhon, Calderis, and Meridian. In response, the Imperial Guard, the hammer of the Emperor, was deployed en masse to the sector to secure her, to defend her. Yet the incursions only grew in number, and soon were worsened by insurrection and madness among the Guard's ranks. Now the sector sits helpless, racked by constant, endless, unremitting war. We are Space Marines. We are the Blood Ravens. We would act, yet we too are locked in warfare with one another. Azariah Kairos, our chapter master and chief librarian, has declared the heroes of Aurelia to be renegades. Now we are hunted by our own
Are
brothers.
they?
Brothers unaware of the chapter master's secret allegiance to Alcair. A corrupt Space Marine chapter master, a militia crippled by disorder and turmoil, demons, renegades, a sector that knows only war. The Imperium has had enough. One solution remains for the sector, a solution with which I am all too familiar. The
Exterminatus.
approaches. the Holy Imperial Inquisition. Their colossal ships bear the munitions to perform exterminatus, cleansing every planet of the sector of life, Xenos and human, corrupt and innocent. But even now, an enemy once thought long vanquished is stirring. The worlds of subsector Aurelia still bear the scars of the Tyranid invasion. The Hive fleet was thought to be shattered, and the surviving beasts to be feral and unguided. And so they have been left to lurk in the dark corners of our worlds. As the Tyranid infection has recovered and grown, the Hive mind has called to its lost children. A Hive Lord has awakened. It will answer the call. It will make clear the way, and it will prepare the feast.
We had that voice. That voice is very sexy.
We should have scoured this world of these things years ago. Now look at this mess. But far be it from me to question our great and wise leaders.
I will pretend I didn't hear that, trooper. Speak like that around a commissar and see what happens. I was there when the Blood Ravens killed the Hive fleet. If you're on your guard, these Tyranids are no more dangerous than Meridian razor slugs. Look! Ahead! What is that?
Now, what do the Tyranids have special? All other factions will end up with 4 hero units. The hero units are stronger than the usual units. The Tyranids only have 1 hero unit, and a few others around them with that you can also summon from production buildings. So let's go and attack them. And the problem with that is that you have some skills that you find along the way, and choosing those skills will be quite hard because you have a more limited number of slots that you can use. But then again, the way it's balanced, Tyranids are the easiest faction to play this game. I don't know if you saw what I did there, but if you right click, you're then allowed to set the direction in which your unit will go, and this is one way to get into cover. You see, they each take their spot. It's a very nice mechanism.
Look at the size of that one. Quickly, bring it down!
Now, all heroes have skills, and all skills each of them are good for specific things. For example, the Rippers are just cannon fodder, but Bioplasma can attack units in cover or in buildings. because they destroy the units inside and not the actual building. Let's go forward. One thing that few people know about the first mission is that your hero cannot die. Even if your hero goes down to 100 life, it'll stop there. One thing you'll notice with the Hive Lord that it'll barely go down in life. Hive Lord is much stronger than any other heroes. Since when does poison create lightning? I don't know. Now we go forward. One other nice control thing that you can do nice thing you can do is queue up multiple actions. So I selected these units, shift and right click, right click, right click, right click. They will do all these actions one after the other. This is very nice for multitasking.
Damn, Nids! The Hormagaunt's close in, clawing your face off. Meanwhile, the Termagants sit back and shoot you to death.
One other nice thing is that it'll show you how does every unit attack. You see a bullet for ranged unit and a fist for melee units, which is quite useful. Some of the units can have multiple stances, like you have a gun and a sword in your hand, and in that case this command will allow you to switch between the stances. And also you can reinforce. So if you are near a production building or some other tanks that have this, you will be able to press Z to reinforce. Every squad has a set number of max unit, and if you have less than that, you can reinforce. Do you guys know that StarCraft actually copied the Tyranids? You'd think that less people know about Warhammer, that it was the other way around, but no. Warhammer has a vast history behind it.
You see that clicky clack sound? Oi! Ripley's coming! Wah!
Dribblies. Let us attack. Another thing that's quite nice is when you spawn new units, they're actually auto bound to numbers. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can just press the numbers and select them automatically, which is very nice. Most games have this right now, but it's something you need to do manually. You can change it, but it does it for you automatically when new units spawn. It's telling you that turrets have an arc of fire, so if you attack them from behind, they won't be able to attack you back because they're set in the ground, which is quite interesting. This game has a lot of advanced things like cover and restricted attack patterns. Some weapons need to be set before you can attack with them. We'll get to that in a sec. Again, you can use right click and drag to set the units to a specific direction. Seems that the bioplasma has damage over time, which is quite nice. And again, you can select units and queue up other actions so that once they finish killing everyone there, they'll go on and destroy these crates. And the Hive Lord will go on and control the building. See, I'm not even clicking right now. This is so nice. Now, most of the other factions can have their units in the garrison. And I think we can do that as well, but not with the warrior brood. The warrior brood are too powerful, it seems, too big. One thing I want to do is reinforce these guys and then get them back into the building. You cannot reinforce from inside the building. It's one thing to keep in mind. So this is the attack before the upgrade. It's a lot of splash damage, but the damage is not very high. But once it's upgraded to a more focused attack, more damage. Oh yeah, and they lose the suppression once upgrade, which, and because of that, it's always a good idea to just keep one of them not upgraded. Ooh, it's a good thing we have that limit, that minimum health limit. One thing you can do is use X to retreat, and this is a good way to get to the base faster. Even if you don't really need to retreat, but in order to reposition yourself, can you just use it? I guess the only issue with the Tyranids is the population cap. Well, actually, give me some of them gene stealers. These walkers are like the weakest tank unit. I hate when I play with them because they're like, you need to get into melee range, you know, to stomp on to enemy units. And it's very hard to get into melee range with them because they have a very little life. The G Steel are quite interesting bunch because they actually have a low life, but they have life steal, which is quite nice. And they can get very strong, but they're not very strong at the beginning. Yeah, one of the limitations with the skills for Tyranids is that some of the skills actually allow you to create new units, and those are limited by your population cap. So you need to be mindful of that. But again, just take in the graphics for a second. It looks so good. Even if you zoom in quite a lot, everything looks so good. Especially for an old game.
What in the name of terror? Are we too late? Xenos filth! Come to me now! Underestimated you? No more. I will end the blasphemy of your existence here and now.
We'll get stronger. Don't worry about that. Oh, one thing you can do is right click on a unit, and as long as you have the resources or the pop cap, it'll automatically create that unit like an automatic queue.
How can this be the end?
Are you okay there, buddy?
Are not simple beasts. I've commanded men for a century. Achieved so much glory. Not like this.
General Castor's forces were the first to fall to this new swarm. But they were not the last. Within hours, millions of Tyranids burst from the jungle. Within days, every outpost was under attack. Instinctively, the Hive Lord was drawn to where resistance was strongest. Soon, Typhon would fall.
Yeah, and at the end of each mission, you'll get mission rewards. But you'll also get the items you found out along the way. War gear acquired. And we will also get these are the mission rewards actually. Now you usually get a war gear for your hero and 2 unit upgrades. At the beginning, it's a better idea to take unit upgrades just because the war gear you'll just end up sacrificing later on because it's such a low level, see, level 2 carapace. Whereas the gene stealers, the units you can just build upon them, so you can get upgrades for them. So let's see, gene stealer, rending claws, Tyranid Death Spitter. This is something I won't use that often. It's a melee unit that can become ranged, but it's not a good ranged unit. If you ever get annoyed with this dialogue, you can just press escape and it will go away. Now, let's talk about what we get from left to right. You have here available weapons. This is the gear you find along the way. This is the only weapon we can use right now. The other ones you see require level 5, so we'll get those later on. This is the carapace, and as you can see, it's already more strong than what we would get from the mission. So, yeah. What do we have here? A warp field grants. A warp field allows to energy shield. So you'll get an energy shield. Now, from my experience, these energy shields are less than your life. -1 range weapon cooldown. I don't think that's at least for now. We have a melee weapon, so that's not relevant. Now, here's a nice one. Hive Lord revives if knocked out. This is super nice. So between a shield and revives if knocked out, I think this is more powerful because you actually get 2 lives. Another nice thing you get here is Tyranids around the Hive Lords periodically reinforced. So you'll always have your army at max capacity. Ranged damage, again, we're not using right now. Grants the reformation ability. Instantly respawn at target, so you can just blink. The problem with that is later on we'll get a charge ability. The charge ability, besides actually getting you where you want to be, it will also do damage and push away units along the way. So I think this is much more useful. On take hit deals damage to nearby. This might be good, but we are running into the first issue, and that is we don't have enough slots for equipped accessories. This is why first thing we'll be aiming for is the rapid mutation. The Hive Lord can equip an additional accessory. But let's finish with the left and then go to the right. Here we have commander items. Reduce ability recharge times for nearby allies. Plus 20% movement speed to all nearby allies. So this makes you stronger. Weakens the resolve of nearby enemy units. So this makes the units around you weaker. Now, I usually prefer to be stronger just because you actually get to your objectives faster with 20% more movement speed. So let's take that one. And expendable items are items you can destroy and get experience or upgrades or a lot of stuff. Sometimes you get experience only for the current unit, other times you get experience for your whole squad. It depends. Right now, as we only have one big hero, it's only for this one. Ooh, and we have 3 points remaining. This will allow you to get the stamina points to reach rapid mutation. So first we get the Hive Lord regains health for each enemy it kills. So you get health back for each kill you do. Each attack on the Hive Lord's carapace triggers a hardening, so each attack makes you stronger. Nice. Rapid mutation. The Hive Lord can equip an additional accessory. This is what we wanted. Now, we cannot take this yet because we are not level 4, but this one grants regeneration. So heals the nearby Tyranids for a small amount. That's good. These two combined are very good. Will make your whole squad very strong. One thing to keep in mind that is that heals nearby Tyranids. Period. Let me. Oh, okay. Okay. What I wanted to talk about is here it is. The Hive Lord has a synapse around it. So basically, let's see if we get a description. No, we don't. Basically, an area around it where several things are active. Like, for example, the synapse aura increases the health of nearby Tyranids. You can also get like weaken on enemy units from that synapse aura and so on. So the synapse aura is very important for Tyranids. Now another thing you can do, you just rotate the character. Tell me this doesn't look good. Looks so good. Come on. So this was the first unit for Tyranids. The things will only complicate later on. But for now, I forgot to talk about this. So you can select your starting squad. So you can get range or melee, and you can get Gene Stealer or heavy infantry. I usually make my hero as tanky as possible, and I support them with very heavy hitters from behind. I think this is the best strategy, and unless you're an Eldar, it works. For Eldar, things are more complicated. So, thank you everyone for watching. This was another episode of Warhammer 40k Retribution, Dawn of War II. It's a long name. But next time, we will be looking at the London Temple ruins. Have a wonderful day ahead of you. Bye.